Hello, everyone. Welcome to Monday Live with Alan and Greg, minus Alan, and our guest, Shannon from Shannon's channel.
Hello.
How's it going?
Good.
To hear that. And I said, Alan has not shown up yet. He's usually here. I'm expecting to get a message or something about his connectivity issues going on. All right. We got a few people in the chat room. They haven't stopped to say hello yet. So if you're in there watching, say hello.
Yes.
All right. So let's just wait a minute. Usually people here's a message from Al.
From
Alan, can you resend the link? All right. Yes, I'm just going to scroll over to here. And let's send him the link again. So Shannon, we're talking a bit like you're having really cold weather.
Yes.
And
yeah, Nova Scotia.
Nova Scotia. I said I was talking because it's unseasonably warm here in Virginia.
Wow, you're lucky.
No, depends if you like warm weather or not.
I do. Much too cold here. It's like, it's been really, 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 really cold. -11, -12 in the early mornings and at night. Hasn't gotten above zero much in a while. It's been a while. So, yeah.
And Alan, I just sent you the link to your email. If you don't get it in a minute, well, you know something, let me just pop it over to your, oh, there he is. The link. Hey there, Alan. Well, you know something, let me just pop it over to your ball. All right, turn that up. Hey there, Alan.
Hey, I was just listening.
Wow.
That's cool.
Yeah,
we can hear you just fine
already. Yeah. So, sorry about that.
I was worried you didn't have Wi-Fi anymore.
No, I still have Wi-Fi.
So we've got Bad as Rad saying hi.
Hello, Bad. Hello, Fred.
Hello, Fred.
Hello, Canuck.
Too much snow. Now, we're talking a bit, like
we did.
I had been under the assumption that the whole East Coast was getting colder, or not colder, warmer this week. But I guess that far north,
not us.
You haven't been hit with the warm summers at all?
No.
Okay.
The fake spring. We got hit with a fake spring for 2 days. The sun was out and it was like 60, but it's going to rain all week in Portland.
We're supposed to get some rain too, but it's still cold. And then we get snow, and then it rains, and then it snows, and there's ice, and it's
snowing above 900 feet here, they said, but we're not going to get it. Won't stick down here, but I think hopefully it'll be the last week. But
yes,
I'm ready.
We usually get one snowstorm in March.
Oh, they March too? Wow.
Yeah, usually just one, and then we're done. So,
but I bet summers up there are great.
Usually, but last summer it rained a lot. And then it didn't rain for a long time. We had forest fires. So,
that's right. Last summer.
Too much rain or not enough.
That's right. I remember you talking about that. Yeah. Forest fires, we get them bad here in like California and up here in Oregon.
Yeah. So. BC, there's still some there now.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Well, when I lived in Washington State, we had a lightning strike near where I lived, and there was a wildfire. You know, if I walked down the block, I could see the fire from my house. So,
wow.
It was a little too close.
It is,
for comfort, and they did evacuate the neighborhood eventually, saying,
wow.
Get out.
it turned the sun off here for a while, like going over the bridges on a train. You couldn't even see the water. Yeah, it's a couple of years ago when the fires were bad up here. Turned the sun like orange. Strange.
Mm.
Real strange.
We did see the smoke.
Well, say hello to Pat. Pat,
Yeah, hey, Pat.
Linda.
Good to see you.
Yeah. Pat, I absolutely love your artwork on Instagram, friend Shannon. I've been watching it and it's beautiful.
Thank you. It's not so much artwork. It's more like stenciling and ink blending. And
I have a Shannon bookmark.
Yeah.
Yeah. For sure.
Oh, Fred.
I like your cards, Matt.
Yes.
Did you bring some to show?
Oh, sorry. Just reading Fred's comment. Yes. We did. We got a lot of snow.
No, did you bring some to show? Your cards?
I did. Yeah. If you really want to see them.
Well, we could wait. Want to go through books first, or
yeah, let's go. Let's talk about what we've been reading.
We can do both. I don't care. Whichever, doesn't matter.
We'll get to the artwork after that because we'll have time. So, Shannon, as the guest, you get to hold up what you've been reading or whatever you read.
I just finished this recently, Gone Girl by Gillian Flynn.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm probably the last person to read it.
No, I haven't read it. I'd like to.
It's good. I liked her other two books better.
Oh.
I read, I think, Sharp Objects by her.
Yeah, that's the first one. That's my favorite one.
And she's not published anything since Gone Girl.
No, she's doing a lot of TV stuff, I think. And I think they're even turning Gone Girl into something, maybe, or Dark Places. One of them's going to be a TV show. It might be Dark Places.
Okay.
Yeah, she's been doing a lot of that kind of thing. And I think writing for other shows as well. And I think she used to do that.
Well, yeah. I guess you get better paid writing for TV than writing books. But her book was so popular. I mean, if you wrote another novel, it'd be a wild bestseller.
Oh yeah. And all three are good. Yeah, they're all really good.
My one complaint about Gone Girl, it was just too twisty at the end, just like focusing too much on the twist.
See, I think because I read the book after I saw the movie, I already knew what was going to happen.
No.
So that didn't bother me. But if I would have read it without seeing the movie, it probably was a little bit too much.
Unfortunately, I haven't read the book nor seen the movie. But
It's
I've
worth
heard about it. I'd like to
pick it up at the library.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have a good local library here. I go there to make copies mostly, but they don't even charge you for copies. Everything's free.
Now you live in Portland. That's excellent. Yeah. I don't even know if my library has a copying machine. It must, but who knows?
Oh, I'm sure it does.
They probably charge you. So Bat has Shannon's bookmark in my gift box safely.
Ah, cool.
Hello, MJ.
MJ.
Hi, MJ.
Hey, talking about bookmarks. MJ bookmark.
Hello, William.
Hey, William.
People saying, "Oh, Bat says Shannon, I love your new office space.
Thank
love
you.
Look professional, talented writer space."
Thank you.
Oh, here's a new person, I think. Waiting at the station with a good book. Call me weird, but I love winter working in Oregon City.
Yeah.
And West Lynn on the river.
Yeah. Well, I bet you did. West Lynn's very affluent. Yeah. West Lynn's a great neighborhood. I live in Hollywood, by the way, if you live out here. The Hollywood district. Everything's in districts out here.
You see, Alan, no one knows districts unless they know Portland. It's just like.
Exactly. It's like NOLA, New Orleans. Everything is a parish.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like if you read police procedurals in NOLA, like James Lee Burke talking about New Orleans Parish and New Iberia Parish and all that.
I like New Orleans.
I've been there once.
Me
It was
too.
really kind of fun.
Yeah.
We got to walk around. I guess what's the old district called? It's the French Quarter,
French Quarter. That's where I was. Yeah.
where you can have open alcohol walking down
Yep.
the streets, and
Yeah, it was bizarre.
it was bizarre.
Yeah.
You can walk like downtown Portland, like the bar areas. You can have open alcohol, but it has to be in a plastic cup.
You could in Vegas when I was there too.
Yeah, go bar to bar. They don't let you carry your glasses out from bar to bar, so they make it legal. Portland's having a hearing tonight, in fact, on all the open drug use laws. So they're going to start cracking down. The fentanyl is out of control. People are dying left and right. It's crazy, man.
Yeah.
It's bad.
So, Shannon, have you read anything else you want to highlight, or is that the one book you wanted to highlight?
What am I reading now? I'm reading a NetGalley, an arc from NetGalley now called A Man Downstairs. The publication date is March 5th. I don't have a copy. It's on my Kindle, so I can't really hold it up. I just have the arc. No, like there's no graphics or anything. So A Man Downstairs, the author is Nicole Lundrigan. It's a psychological thriller. I'm about halfway through. It's good. It's good. It's not great, but I think it's like at the halfway mark, it seemed like it was really starting to get more interesting. And I'd prefer it didn't take quite that long, but we'll see where it goes. It's pretty good so far. So yeah, that'll be published March 5th. So hopefully I'll have it read before that. Do a little review on it.
And say hi to Lee Kempter.
Hello.
And Bad is currently reading finally a Clive Barker book, free on Kindle, and The Wasp Factory. I guess that's the Ian Banks. Has anyone else read The Wasp Factory?
No.
It's a wild book. I think she's going to be box streaming when it's done. She says, "I can't believe the ending of that book."
Somebody get
it can't be worse than that. What was the Sex Witches book? It can't be a worse ending than that.
Different kind of book. The Secret Life of the Sex Witches.
Yeah.
No, Secret World of the Sex Witches, or the Secret Lives of the Sex
World, I think. Yeah.
I'm saving this for Garb August. It was recommended to me by someone who lives in my building. The Secret Sex Life of Angels. You'll never look at sex the same way again.
Or angels.
Yeah.
So here's a question. I think this is to you, Shannon, from Bad. I found 14. I guess she's Carol Oates, Joyce Carol Oates, from a donation library of Shannon's reviews. I have not read one. What's your favorite book of that author?
Oh, there's so many I haven't read yet. I've got several that I haven't read here.
I like the Mold Doom.
Her memoir is probably my favorite, and her journals too that are published. Those are probably my favorites. What was the book she did that was based on Jeffrey Dahmer? What was that called?
Zombie
was, I think Bad would like Zombie.
I think she would like Zombie too.
Yeah.
Probably.
I read it was an audiobook. I can't remember the title. It's going to come back to me in a minute. It was published a few years ago, and it features people bombing an abortion clinic.
Oh.
And it features also female boxing.
Okay.
Oh, man.
Because Joyce Carol was actually wrote a lot about the sport of boxing. So a lot of that is the story of women's boxing, which, it's kind of interesting. Is like, I don't really want to watch boxing.
No.
But it's fascinating to read about. It's just.
I think she can make anything fascinating.
Yeah. You guys read We Were the Mulberries?
No, I haven't read that one yet either.
It's really good.
I have a babysitter here waiting to read that one. Looking forward to that one.
I read her book, The Assassins, which is sort of like based the politics of the 70s. I don't think it's in print anymore, but it was kind of a weird book. You know, it had that very dense 70s vibe to it.
Yeah, I find everything I read by her is different. Like,
she's very versatile.
Very different. Yeah.
Yeah, she's been around forever too.
Yeah.
I think she's in her 80s or something.
Yeah, she is.
And still writing.
Yep.
So here's waiting to say, I'm a transplant to Virginia. I was working at the paper mill, so I'm definitely not a Westland. Well, I live in Virginia. She's a transplant to Virginia. Are you living in Virginia now? I'm just kind of curious. Two Virginians?
Virginia's for lovers.
That's what they say.
That's what they say.
That's why Greg's there.
But if you read the history of it, it's not. It's like crab lovers or dancing lovers. It's just like loving different activities and not actually for what we would expect lovers to be nowadays.
Hey, Big Hard Gareth is in the house.
Okay, Gareth is here. Hey, Gareth.
Thank you. Good to see you here too.
So Beth, it's oh my goodness, Sex Witches. Where did that book go? I think it went to Michael Romeo.
Oh.
Didn't Michael Romeo get it?
Yes, I think. After Flow. Yeah.
After Flow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Flossy.
I'll catch up a bit in the comments because Alan, let's get to what you've been reading.
Okay. Well, I finished Giovanni's Room. Buddy read that with my James Baldwin buddy reading partner, Patrice Jones, who started a channel recently and really was surprised by it. I mean, I enjoyed James Baldwin, but I came into the novel thinking it was going to be a big book. And, you know, a story about two gay guys in 1950s, gay Paris is not really my wheelhouse, you know, but for Baldwin, I'd make an exception. I liked it more than I thought.
I've never read any James Baldwin.
Oh, I like him. I'm going to read some with Aaron Facer, too. We were talking about it today. I've read a handful of Baldwin, but there's still more I'd like to get to. Then I'm reading. Oh, go ahead.
I was going to say I've read his short story "Sonny's Blues."
Yeah, I haven't read any.
It's a really good. It's a really good short story.
Okay, I'm going to write that down.
It's about heroin addiction, so kind of rough.
Yeah. Giovanni's Room was a little rough too. You know, I don't want to repeat my review, but I didn't like any of the characters in it, not one. But I enjoyed the novel, you know, the complexity of it. But boy, despicable characters, just jealous people and low self-esteem, no respect for others, users, liars, you know. Hey. But then I'm also reading this kind of out of the blue. It appeared on my Libby, The Stranger. So I've got that on audio too.
One of my favorite books of all time.
Yeah, it's what's the phrase he says all the time in it? He's always but that doesn't matter. That doesn't matter. You know, whether it's his mother's death or he's in jail and you know he's not going to get out. That doesn't matter. And I have a postcard from my friend Roz. It's a year or two old, but Albert Camus. That's a nice postcard she sent.
Yeah. All right. Let's see.
44. And then we're reading End of Watch, and I have that on ebook, so I can't show it. And then Sherlock Holmes, you know. But how about you, Greg?
Well, I'm going to run through these. Here's Gareth reading the Wasp, or what do you say about the Wasp? I want to get to the Wasp Factory in the next few months. Yeah, it's one of his early ones, I think, but it's not one of his science fiction ones. She says, bad dang, I don't have either of them. I don't have Zombie. but I'll add it to my cart. I think the one I like was talking about Book of American Martyrs or something like that by Joyce Carol Oates.
Where are the mulberries? It's great.
The Mild Rumpus is here.
Hey, Mild Rumpus.
For March Mystery Madness, I want to get to the Spencer series, starting with the Godwolf manuscript. Lee, I just finished Anne Cleeve's Raging Storm and Stephen Heval, The Perfect Opportunity. I'm astonished how good both were.
Have you read those, Greg?
I have not.
I have not either.
No.
Mighty Ohm is in the house.
Yeah.
Hey, Al.
Oh, waiting at the stations in Suffolk, Virginia. I'm a historian in a museum.
Ah, we're Suffolks, Greg.
Oh, I can't remember. It's on my mind. It's not super close. I'm in Fredericksburg.
So if it was close, we'd have to go visit him at the museum. Get like a tour. I wonder what kind of museum it is.
I don't know. He'd have to come and say what kind of museum he's in. So Shannon, this is a question. Shannon, how is your dog doing? What did he think of the snow?
She is lying right here sleeping quietly, thankfully. And she loves snow. Yep.
Oh, nice.
She's very excited in the snow.
She's
Sticks
a puppy?
in it. She's 2.
Oh.
What kind of dog?
Border Collie.
Oh, they're smart.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, very.
She is, yeah. Yeah, she loves the snow.
And the Mild
like
Rumpus?
water too? She a water dog?
I haven't taken her to water. I don't swim, so.
Yeah. See, I like miniature schnauzers. I've had a couple, and as soon as I get a backyard, I'm going to get another one. But I love miniature schnauzers. But they don't like water. You know, they can play catch with the tennis ball. Really, they you know, you can train them real well, but they hate water. And yeah, I like that dogs that you throw a ball out in the water, they dive into it. But can't have everything.
She probably would. She sticks her face right in the snow, so water probably wouldn't be much different. I don't know.
Yeah, Another Country is a good Baldwin.
Yep, he just said I finished Another Country. But Baldwin, really surprised how gritty it was. I remember I saw the video where you mentioned that you're surprised that it was, like you said, must have been shocking at the time it was released.
Yeah, my favorite Baldwin is probably if Beale Street Could Talk. I love the dynamic of the families, and he's falsely accused in jail and things like that. Really riveting, powerful story.
All right. Well, let me tell you what I've been reading. Now, do you want to hear about the sex books I've been reading or the political drama that I've been reading?
Political.
You want to read about
like my new poster?
We're doomed. Okay. I finished this week. This is the play Rhinoceros by Eugene Ionescu.
Ionescu. Yeah, he's wild.
It's Theater of the Absurd, originally written in 1959, then put on in the 60s. And the general premise is that you have 2 guys sitting out in front of a cafe, just having their normal conversation, and the earth starts shaking. And they see a rhinoceros run by. They go, what's a rhinoceros doing here? Must have escaped from the zoo. And the guy says, we don't have any zoos. And they go talk. And then a little bit later after, a second rhinoceros runs by. They go, wait a second. Is that the same rhinoceros? Wait a second. The first rhinoceros had 1 horn. That rhinoceros had 2 horns. And they get this long, drawn-out conversation until someone comes back, a woman comes back with her cat, says, a rhinoceros ran over my cat and trampled it. And then it's the end of the act. And the next act is where it really starts getting interesting because they're in a newspaper. And the editor's going, this is not true. There's no rhinoceroses here. And they say, oh, people have been seeing more rhinoceroses. There's been 17 spotted. No, there's been 32 spotted. You know, the guy down the road, he turned into a rhinoceros. And what it is this is an allegory for totalitarianism. Because once you become a totalitarianism, you turn into a rhinoceros.
Okay.
Yeah, I Googled Eugene Ionesco because I remember seeing reading his plays. And I think I saw one at Kent State when I was a theater major. But yeah, I remember him being really wild.
Yeah. It's really because it's all about people like joining these political parties that are really destructive. And I'm saying, like, okay, it's really relevant in today's culture. So
yeah,
I would highly recommend, if you find a copy of this, to pick it up and take a look at it, because it was very interesting for me to read. All right, let's Al approves of Camus.
Oh, okay.
MJ, I'm banging The Devil Takes You Home. I haven't read a book that fast in a long time. Started it today and aiming to finish. It was pretty good, MJ. I read that one.
I like books like that you can't put down. And
it's also a bit of a bilingual book because there's a lot of Spanish dialogue. And it's not translated.
Oh.
Now, I can read a little bit of Spanish, and I could sometimes make out what they're saying. And it's nothing critical to the plot, but interesting to see what MJ says about that book, because I really liked it. We had Caitlin Bandy really liked that book too.
Oh, yeah, she's a lot of new ones.
Well, she's fluent in Spanish, and she was mentioning like her copy she got from a book group, and that actually came with a pamphlet that had all the translations in it. I said, "Oh, that would have been helpful."
Yeah. You can just Google it too.
You can. Well, the thing is, if you're reading it on like an iPhone, you can just highlight it and translate it. And even on my Kindle, it could translate most of the stuff. All right, so
yeah, it's great that Google. There's a little bit of French in Giovanni's room, so I just go, what does bien qui mean? What does Murdy mean? Etc.
Murdy? Are you?
Well, I know what that meant, but
I'm saying you're not pronouncing it right, I think, but I know
you know what I mean, though.
The MERDE.
Yeah.
We know what that means.
What does ferti or va ti ferry forte? Yeah, I can't see it.
All right. So Bad wants to read Come With by Ronald Mulvey. That's after my next read. I hear it's really good, but it'll make you cry. Okay, I've read a few of his novellas and a couple of his books. They're good. I've not specifically heard of that one.
No, me either.
So it's a railroad museum. Suffolk, Southeast Virginia is in Southeast Virginia.
Oh, railroads. That's cool.
Yeah.
Interested in that.
I haven't met a dog or cat breed I didn't like. Way to go, Al. They're all good. Gareth, I love seeing you mention Rhinoceros earlier. Greg, I studied the play when I was a student, and I'm teaching theater of the absurd after Easter.
Oh, great. Cool. Some Brecht. I wonder if he's I forget his first name, the German guy, Brecht.
Bertolt Brecht.
Yeah, he's absurd, isn't he?
I don't know. I don't think he's considered theater of the absurd. I'm not positive. I'm more familiar. Well, I know his main play, Mother Courage, is not theater of the absurd. You know Mother Courage, right, Alan? It has.
Yes. Sorry, I muted myself because I was looking up something.
Yeah, it has one of the most famous scenes in modern drama.
Really?
Well, the scene is it's set during wartime, and there's a woman. She's Mother Courage, and her son's in the war, and she's behind enemy lines, but people think she's part of them. They don't recognize her as enemy, and they're displaying all these dead soldiers that they killed.
Mm-hmm.
They hold up one guy. Look at this enemy. It's her son.
Okay.
Okay, and she has to communicate to the audience the sheer horror of what, but not let people know.
Yeah.
So it's like they call it the silent scream, where she just like turns to the audience and just lets out a gasp without any sounds.
What about the Three Penny Opera? I think I remember that.
Yeah.
Or Epic Theater.
Three Penny Opera is also very good.
Mother Courage and her children. Yeah.
Yes, Mother Courage and her children, not just Mother Courage. Yeah. Al's a big fan of the theater of the absurd. Just wish it wasn't our reality TV.
And no shite.
Lee, your review about the rhinoceros reminds me to review Ovid Metamorphosis.
Be right back.
All right, let's see if I can get through some of these. I'm reading Beneath an Opal Moon by Eric von Lustbader. I have those 3 books on my shelf, but have not read them. Beckett is most known for the theater. Yeah, that's Brecht, I think we're talking about. Brecht isn't theater of the absurd. Brecht created epic theater, which was hugely influential. You might be thinking of Beckett. Mother Courage is a great play. 30 Years' War, The Grim Reader. Beckett wrote Waiting for Godot, which is a really important absurdist. Yes, it is.
He called it Godot, Waiting for Godot. So they always say Waiting for Godot. Just a picking thing that, if he calls it Godot, it must be Godot.
So Mackie Messer, yes. MJ, Greg, my copy of The Devil Takes You Home has a translation guide, book of the month. It's also available free in PDF format. 3, there's actually 5 in the series. I have all but the 5th book. That could be very true. I have old paperbacks from when I was in high school that are old.
Oh.
Wow.
All right, one last question. What do you guys think of Max Allan Collins? Has anyone? He's a mystery writer. I first heard of him through the Hard Case Crime series, which, if you look right there, that's all the Hard Case Crime series.
I'm like trying to see.
Yeah, it's all the white paperbacks that
he's got.
Point,
like all of them. You're only missing a handful, aren't you? Only.
Yeah, I have all the original.
All
the original ones. But then it went out of business and they started reprinting. But anyway, Max Allan Collins is the publisher's favorite author. And honestly, I read a couple of his and I liked them well enough, but they publish like 2 or 3 of his books a year now. And I'm going like, one book every other year would have been well enough for me.
Yeah.
Okay. Caught up with comments. So Shannon, what other BookTube events are you looking forward to this year?
Garbogus this year.
Okay.
Which I didn't do last year, but I will this year.
Have you got a trashy list all waiting to go, or you just?
No, but the Garbology, the anthology that Ollie and Troy are doing, I'm in that. So.
Whoa. Excellent.
Looking forward to that. Yeah.
And who do you have to thank for that, Shannon?
You. You told me to send a story. So I did.
Yeah, I'm glad you said that. But no, I mean, I'm just being like funny. But yeah, I mentioned it
Yeah.
to you and some other people too. So I'm glad you were accepted.
I don't
That's
know
great.
who
I look
else
forward
is
to it.
in it, but
Gareth is in it. Yeah,
is he? Okay, good. Cool.
he's
Yeah,
got a story that was similar to the one I submitted. I wasn't accepted. That's okay. Can't get into everything, but yeah. Well, I won't digress into my dumbass story, but so yeah, I'm excited to read that.
I
I
am too.
remember what your story was about. I think you told me, yeah.
Yeah, I guess Gareth has a similar one called Itch.
Okay.
So they liked his better than mine. It's okay.
Yeah, well,
When is that coming
congratulations,
out,
Shannon. That's one book I know I'm going to be buying when they announce that. So,
Oh yeah, me too. When,
do
do
we
you know
do
when
we
it's
know
coming?
the complete list?
No, I have no idea.
Mm.
They haven't said who else is in it. No.
Okay.
Yeah, I think they're having a call for artwork, if I'm not mistaken, or
Yes. Yeah. Yep.
so that's
You
upcoming,
should
huh?
send some art. You and Bad should both send art.
Yeah, I'm working on things like scary ones. I forget if I got anything done, but I'm going to submit a few. If you
All
like
right.
it.
And that's all you. That's all you know. You're going to participate in
Just Garbagist.
Garbagus.
Me. Oh, what else is coming up? March Madness.
We have we have a question coming up about March of the Mammoths
Right. And then Horror Mayhem.
or Mayhem.
Mm-hmm.
June on the Range.
Yeah, I don't know if I can do
In
that.
Austin, July.
Faulkner in August.
I did that last year. I don't know if I'll do that again.
You did? I don't remember. I have a.
Well, I didn't do it with you guys, but I read As I Lay Dying.
Oh, we're doing that. This.
We're doing
Yeah,
that
I
this
know.
year.
I read it last year.
You didn't enjoy that?
No.
Oh, okay. Yeah, Faulkner's. He's he's an acquired taste
Mm-hmm.
for a lot of people.
Yeah.
But As I Like Dying, I don't know. It makes me laugh and makes me cry, especially the ending, and that sister character gets screwed over by the doctor, and I just hate that.
Mm-hmm.
But
Yeah.
there's funny parts. The funny part is carrying a coffin down the river. That's funny to me.
I think maybe if I saw it, in a movie or something, it would be funny. But reading it, it just kind of was flat for me.
It's really flat because the chapters are all character names.
Yeah.
The point of view,
And there were so many people, and yeah,
Mhm.
I couldn't
I
keep
hear ya.
track of who's who, and yeah,
What's what?
yeah,
My mother is a fish. What the hell?
exactly. And I was like, what does he mean? His mother's a fish? Is he hallucinating?
I read it in the 80s, so I don't remember a whole lot. But I do remember My Mother is a Fish chapter.
Mm-hmm.
Chapter 19.
Chapter 19. So Bad is asking Shannon, are you still collecting Chuck Palahniuk books? I purchased a pretty disturbing one recently called Not Forever, But For Now.
I don't know if I'm collecting them. There's certain ones that if I see it secondhand, I'll pick it up, but I'm not really necessarily looking to get all of them.
Did you enjoy this one?
Yes.
Yeah, I picked that up at the free library in my neighborhood.
Yep.
Story about hell, huh?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Yeah.
The only one I've read is Invisible Monsters.
Okay. I like that one.
Yeah,
Okay.
he speaks up here on a couple, 2-3 times a year at Powell's and that. I'll have to go check him out. I've seen him on TV. I've seen him on TV. He's pretty funny.
Mm-hmm.
So what do you
I've
think
watched
is his
a lot
best
of
book?
interviews, and you can watch some of his talks like that. You can find them on YouTube when he goes to libraries.
So Shannon, what do you think is his best book?
That
If
I've
you
read,
recommend to
'cause I haven't
someone,
read them all, but Choke was the first one I read, and that was my favorite book for years and years.
I've heard of it.
So I don't know if I can think of one that I like better than Choke. Diary was good.
I liked Invisible Monsters well enough. I
I
don't
liked
think
Invisible
it
Monsters.
was a very peculiar setup for it was a
Yeah.
character. It's just,
Yeah.
so hold on, I'm getting lost. Okay, so do you guys have any mammoths for March on the docket? Alan's going to pull out a mammoth book, and I'm reading the same mammoth as
If I can find it.
So
can't
how big does it have to be?
800 pages. Hold on,
Oh,
I can show you one.
good God.
Damn it, where the hell is my book? As we all leave the screen. I'm looking for my book.
This is actually a library copy that I have to return because I have it on Kindle, and it's just going to be easier to read on Kindle. But
Mhm.
in paperback, this is 936 pages long. That's a big ass book.
That's a big book to carry back and forth to work with me.
Yeah,
No.
I've got it too.
That's why I'm sending this back to the library, and I'm just going to read it on my Kindle because it'd be a whole lot easier.
Yeah, this will be my third read. I really enjoy this book. I give it away as presents, and I have the sequel, Shadow of Mountain or something like that. And I've read that before, but I enjoy this book. It's a quick read for me. For if I would like write a novel, this is what I would aspire to. Is everything I enjoy in this love story, crime fiction, exotic location, Bombay, India, and Australia. But
I don't know if I have a book that big on my shelf. I'll have to look and see if I have anything.
like Stephen King's, what's the title of it?
It
No, well, that one would count probably,
the
but
stand
11, 22,
9/11? That'd be 9/11.
11 23
11, 20,
11 22 11 21 63.
21. Yes, that one. I read that. Yeah.
Yeah, that's like 1,000, or it's over 1,000.
Is it?
I don't think
Yeah.
it's that long.
I've got it down
think
here.
it was. I read that a long time ago.
So Bad is saying, "Oh, with my dirty mind, I can definitely whip up something and go nasty for the Garbogist art."
Oh man, it sucks being right all the time. 1,089 pages.
Wow.
Really? Wow. Okay.
Yeah, but it reads fast.
Yeah, I don't remember it feeling long.
I remember more like 700, but I read it 10 years ago. So Mild Rumpus,
Yeah,
I
me
didn't
too.
like Not Forever, but for now.
I
And
hadn't
I'm
read
usually a Polinac
that
fan.
one.
Reading is like reading nothing in April. Elizabeth at Bokens and Books is doing People April.
Oh, that's right. With Roz.
With Roz. It's essentially to read biographies.
Oh, okay.
And I'm on the Book 2 prize for nonfiction. And I'm fairly certain I'm going to have a biography to read in April based on that.
I like biographies.
Don't know which one yet. I mean, I'm not positive I'll get a biography, but I'm fairly certain one will be on there.
Yeah, I like reading rock biographies, especially.
Yeah.
You see, the problem is we're talking a bit like this. We're talking about biographies of like artists. Like when you read a biography of an author, you really want to kind of know the author's work just a little bit when you're reading the biography, so you get it. And that's the problem with would have with like rock biographies is like I don't really follow music.
Right, except for classical.
you'd be whatever musician. Oh, what did this person do? Cat scratch fever? Nah.
God, what an example. I
Yeah.
mean, Ted Nugent, throw Ted Nugent in the political fire. God, I used to like him. I saw him in concert back in the day. He was great. What happened to him? Lost his marbles. God.
That's what happens when you only write one song that's a hit in 30 years or whatever he's been doing.
Yeah. Yeah.
Terrible Ted.
I might have a Fleetwood Mac biography here that I haven't read.
A what?
Oh, yeah.
Fleetwood Mac. I think I have. What's it called? The Chain, maybe.
Oh, wow. That'd be
I
great.
think I have that here. Somebody gave me.
I read Mix. That's
Did you?
great. Yeah, he's lives in California on his wine.
Yep.
Like acres of makes wine, which is kind of. I thought he was an alcoholic, but maybe he just drinks wine. Got off the cocaine, That's
Yeah.
yeah.
They all did, I guess.
Yeah.
People talking about Polinek just seemed like he's trying too hard to be shocking. Didn't care for the afterword. I guess they're talking about the which was the one they just mentioned. Not forever, but for now.
Mm-hmm. I haven't read that yet.
Almighty Own Bradbury devoted a day to burning Faulkner in Fahrenheit 451.
Oh, I forgot about that.
Really?
That's a nice touch.
So he didn't like him either.
Well, it's not him. He was saying like, you shouldn't be burning Faulkner.
Oh,
right. Some character in Fahrenheit. That's the title. That's the temperature that paper burns at.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So now I understand for the shock, but couldn't do it. All right. It did. I think I'm losing the thread of this conversation. Yeah, Pat, I mentioned that I kind of liked Invisible Monsters.
I like Invisible Monsters. Yeah.
Isn't there an Aussie April? Is she commenting on your Aussie? Your
Isn't there Aussie April?
Ozzy Osbourne or Australian Aussie?
Like Australian authors or what?
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Not Ozzy Osbourne April, but like Australian April.
I don't know any Australian authors, do I?
I can't think of any.
I don't read a lot. They had an event last September, trying to get people to read Australian authors, and I had one lined up and never got to it.
Well, I wanted to ask Shannon about her short story. Don't spoil it, but like, did you write it, like in the moment, kind of? Did you just sit down and write the thing, or
the one that's going into the anthology?
Yeah.
I actually wrote it a long, long time ago when I was at university for a creative writing class, and then I've rewritten it several times since then, trying to make it better. And so this was my last pass at trying to make it better.
Oh, great.
Walt got in, so
yeah.
Pretty cool.
Great.
So I was in my 20s when I first wrote it, but it's changed a little bit since then.
Approximately how many words is it?
I can't remember. It's not long. It's not very long. I can't remember exactly.
That's cool. I guess there's like 60 some stories were submitted and 30 were 34, something like that.
Yeah. And 62, I think, submitted. Yeah.
Yes, that's like, but I think what Troy was saying, he couldn't physically publish them all. It just, But it's interesting that he got so many people interested. So
it is.
If it sells well this year, they might put a Garbology too. I don't know. Not in charge of that.
Just the 1 year, and then his publishing company is going on hiatus.
Oh.
So there won't be one next year.
Oh, shoot.
Yeah.
Okay.
But maybe later on, maybe he'll bring it back again. I don't know.
Oh, yeah. Here's it's saying she remembers people. April, Lee, when is Art Month? That is September.
Yeah, September. I can't wait for that.
That's
I've got smart books, and I'll be reading this.
Oh.
Yeah.
and the whole idea is to read books about art.
Okay.
We have not ironed out any of the details other than encouraging people to read art books in September.
And what month is it?
September.
September. Okay.
And maybe go to art museums. I'm kind of
I'll be doing like a blog.
On it, because of copyright and things, you may not be able to go in the art museum and film a video in front of it. But where I am in the Smithsonian, I think I can do that because it's a public art museum. Like there's no entrance fee, so it's just. But I may be the outlier there. And also, yes, Lee Kepper said no. Someone else says it's Australia. I haven't gotten down there yet. Alan, thank you.
Hey, Floss.
Hi, Flossie.
Hey, Floss. She's finishing the Keith Richards memoir.
Excellent. Yeah, I like reading rock biographies. I always have. I like reading memoirs and that in general. I just did Ed Begley Jr. I read that and did a video on it. I enjoyed it. I don't know. I just like biographies, learning about people.
I agree with Bad.
What nonfiction about serial killers are very interesting, but a hardcover according to Iceberg List on Columbine.
I don't know what that is. What's the Iceberg List?
Oh, there's a video about someone said about disturbing books.
Oh.
Trying to say like the top of the iceberg is the very light, disturbing books. And then as you go deeper, you get into the really, and it's sort of like categorizing how disturbing this book is.
Yeah.
She's probably talking about the nonfiction book Columbine. That's a nonfiction work about two kids that shot. And that's actually a very good. I think that won the Pulitzer Prize or the National Book Award, or something like that.
Well, I read that book on Sandy Hook, and that was very depressing.
Yeah, the thing about the book about Sandy Hook, it was about the shootings, but it's more about Alex Jones,
right?
And his denial, saying, "Oh no, this is a hoax.
You're actors.
No, you're all actors, and your kids weren't killed."
Yeah, crazy.
And
I used to think he was halfway humorous, but God, what a lowlife. He's on Joe Rogan all the time, or he was.
The people that sued him, the parents, have basically signed notes saying, "Go ahead and liquidate his assets and pay us."
Yeah,
he's trying not. He's trying not to pay the millions of dollars and the judgment.
Yeah.
So, waiting at the station, I want to read Black Lamb and Gray Falcon.
Oh, I've never heard of that.
Me either.
Well, look at that bunker.
Rebecca West. This is basically about Yugoslavia. It was written in the 30s, so obviously it doesn't contain the breakup of Yugoslavia, but it's 1,150 pages long.
Small print. Oh Lord, it's going to take you forever to read that.
Yeah,
you have to get your Sherlock Holmes eyeglass out.
Yeah,
I think I might have one. You get a book.
Oh, where did that go? I'll put that back later. All right. Well,
Shannon's
good luck waiting at the station.
I like her that Costco print Shannon has behind her. I used to have that in college, man. It is blue period.
I thought I had one. It has to be 800 pages.
Yep.
787.
That counts.
Yeah. Good enough for government work.
What is it?
Oh, Joyce Carol Oates, Sleep Night.
There you go.
Yeah, there you go.
It's close. It's almost 800 pages.
Yeah, that counts.
No one's counting. if you look up the large print edition, no, that's cheating. But okay, I think it's close enough. Max Berry, he's Australian. September messed me up, but in a good way, Shannon. I love the ending, and I got it right.
Yeah, it gave me a nightmare. The part about, well, I shouldn't spoil it, but I had a nightmare reading this based on an incident
Cool.
in it. Yeah, cool. Yeah, I enjoyed this. When did you write this?
10 years ago.
2015.
New editions. New editions?
Looking
I'm
forward
kind
to
of
the new edition. Are
because
you
I have
revising the September book?
Mm-mm.
the what?
No, here's Bev was saying it looks like she's looking for the new editions.
Oh,
But Shannon says there's no new edition.
Mm-mm.
Maybe it's something else. Got to clarify. Good job writing fiction. Yes, writing fiction is very hard.
Mm-hmm.
Gareth, I like the idea of reading art-based books. Great
yeah, I'm looking
original
forward to it.
event.
The only other September event I'm participating is what, Shake Tube or Shake Timber, whatever they're
September.
calling it. So I'll have plenty of time. I always have time anymore.
Yeah, the Columbine's the one by David Cullen.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
Reading and like breathing also wants to read Black Lamb and Gray Falcon. And I'm still trying to finish Foundation from Asimov, finding it hard to find time to sit and read.
Mm-hmm.
Are you reading that just like back to back, like all three novels back to back, Fred? Or are you just reading them, read one book and then read something else and read the other three novels? Because I read the three novels last year. I know I had originally read the first book of the Foundation in the 90s. Also, and then I reread it in early aughts and then read the second book. And then I finally went back and read both the first two again, and then finally read the third book in the trilogy to complete it. I have not read his subsequent books in that series. Oh, hey, Scott is here. Hello,
Hey,
Scott. Well, is it Scott and Becky or is it just Scott? Oh, just hello,
Hey,
Scott.
Scott.
All right. Oh, I meant the new additions to your office, books and everywhere else.
Thank you.
Scott. Just Foundation, though I have all three on my e-reader. Crazy how life can just, even though I'm retired, it's just amazing how much time disappears during the day.
Yeah.
That's why you have to stay up at night.
I go to sleep at night. I get cranky if I'm trying to stay past my bedtime.
Yeah, I just sleep at 2-3 hours at a time. I mean, I like you. I'm not working or anything. I'm not even married like you two. And Shannon's, you work full time, don't you, at the college?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
And I don't know how I'd get all my stuff done: reading, art, music,
Mm-hmm.
all my hobbies.
It's
I'd have
hard.
to be working.
Mm-hmm. That's why I read on the bus.
Right. I work in the summertime, but I don't like working up here in the winter.
No.
Luckily, I don't have to. So I'm acting kind of weird tonight. I haven't had a cigarette in about 2 days.
Good.
Yeah,
That's good.
And I'm drinking too much coffee, so I'm like, thought I'd let you guys in on that.
Okay. Including the three from the 90s Foundation books written by other I think William's saying there was 3 Foundation books written in the 90s by other authors other than Asimov. The original 3 were 50s, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah. Didn't Rand write a book called Foundation?
Fountainhead.
Fountainhead.
Yeah.
There we go. It's kind of close.
Ayn Rand is kind of a. Shannon? Have you read Ayn Rand?
Yeah, me neither.
No, I've kind of been told not to, but then I have a friend who says to read it, so I don't know if I ever will.
Neil Peart from Rush loved her. A lot of
Really?
the lyrics for Rush are kind of evidently based on her writing or inspired by.
Yeah.
But I've never read what Atlas.
Atlas Shrugged. That's a huge. That's like 1,200 pages long.
Yeah.
So Ian Pierce has written a fun art-based series. Love them. I don't know that series. Let's see the rest of the comments. You are welcome, Shannon. Keep it up. Hey, Brian. Hello.
Rage Biscuit in the house. That's his new nickname, Brian. We call him Rage Biscuit now.
Rage Biscuit?
Yeah. He loves his biscuits, and it's his wrestling. It's his pro wrestling name, Rage Biscuit.
So, Flo, I read approximately 3 to 4 hours a day, something like that.
Good. Yeah, Flo works too. She works even Sundays. Always, and she's married as well. I don't know where you guys find the time.
Gareth, you can get a lot done by being enthusiastic and keeping your radar up for free time, even if you have a busy life.
True. You organized people always amaze me too. I'm like a mood reader. I'm a mood liver. It's hard to explain. I do what I want when I want to. Eat when I'm hungry, sleep when I'm tired.
Well, what's interesting is when I was working, I read almost as much as I do now. Based on this, because you're looking for that time to read. And like when I get up in the day, I say, well, I don't have to read right now. I can go putz around for an hour or two, and then you figured out you spent 4 hours putzing around and doing nothing.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You realistically, I should be way ahead, but I'm not. It's because it's so easy to let time escape you.
With reading and writing.
If I were you, Greg, I'd be down at that club like every other day, doing stuff. Greg lives in a nice area, a lot of stuff to do.
Yeah, you'd be playing the mahjong and the cards, and
I'd be playing pool, playing billiards. I'd be in a swimming pool, playing pickleball, everything.
So Shannon,
go ahead.
Here's Fred. Shannon, those bouquet of flowers, Valentine's Day bouquet?
Yes.
Sweet.
What did each of you do on Valentine's Day for your significant others?
We just went out to eat dinner. That's it.
I bought her flowers.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a Tuesday. I mean, on Tuesday she plays pickleball with her friends, so dinner's on my own on Tuesday. So what I did is on Monday I stopped by the store, bought her the flowers, and kept them downstairs. So in the morning when she's working, I can go. Here you go.
Wow. Well, I'm surprised about that, Greg. That was really thought out and nice of you.
I haven't forgotten yet. I worry about the year and go, oh, did I forget? Hopefully she would forget too, but you never know.
Geez. Yeah, Greg the romantic. Well, how is there anybody asked me what I did?
Oh, what did you do, Alan?
Cried myself to sleep.
That works.
No, I think I went down to the art room. They had some kind of get together. I drank too much coffee and had some cake.
Yeah. Well, like you said, Valentine's Day is the the second anniversary where we adopted our cat, 2 of our cats.
Oh.
We adopted on Valentine's Day.
Yeah, that's good.
It's a
memories.
good gift to give. It was a good gift to give ourselves.
Yeah. Yeah.
And Scott, the whole 2112 album by Rush is based on Ayn Rand.
2112 it's called. But yeah, that's okay. Yeah, that's a great album, Scott. I love that album. Passage to Bangkok. Yeah, that's about hashish, right? Yeah, Scott knows that album. It's great. Do you know it, Shannon?
Mm-mm.
2112
No,
Rush,
I never listened to Rush very much.
the Canadian group. Oh man,
I know.
I've been a fan since high school of Rush, but I was born and raised in Toledo, Ohio, so it's over the river from
Yeah.
Windsor.
Yeah.
We used to go to Windsor all the time. That's the first time I went to a strip joint when I was like 13. We went over the Detroit Bridge and big adventure as a little kid.
Yeah.
Yep. So, Baddison, I recommend looking at the library donation to purchase the artworks books. Some are pretty vintage and great. That depends on your library. The library where I am, not so hot.
Yeah, I used to participate in the Toledo Art Museum. In Portland, I've been a couple times, but I've never researched it. I'll have to look for art books. I've got a shitload of art books. So, Da Vinci, Michelangelo, Rubens, Cezanne. It's going to be good in September.
Yeah. But it's not just going to be like art books, but you like trying to work fiction about art is going to be, I think, one of the things, like find a story about artists.
Or the recognitions would be good to read.
Yeah, that's 900 pages. I don't think I'm going to read
True.
that. Yeah. Always important to do social things too, I think.
Yes.
That's sweet. I bought my wife chocolates and made her dinner. It was a nice evening for us. That's a good thing to do.
Yeah, great, Fred.
I feel the same, Bookish Bryant. I think they're talking about the Rush album. I think Brian.
Yeah, he is. Brian's a big Rush fan.
Reading is like breathing. I enjoyed it, but it's bedtime for me.
It is actually for me too.
I was about to say, Shannon, I know you talked about staying about an hour, and we're going about 10 minutes over. So let's wrap it up.
You guys can keep going.
Maybe we can. We'll see. We'll see what's going on. Okay, so the only one song I remember from Rush is "Roll the Bones." Okay, well, Shannon, if you got to roll,
I do.
You got to roll. We have one last thing down here. I think someone's comment from Fred Shannon. Who were your favorite bands when you were a teenager? Do you still listen to the same music, or have your taste changed?
My taste broadened, but didn't change. Like, I still like all the same stuff I liked when I was a teenager, but I like a whole lot of other stuff that I didn't listen to back then too. So like it's more broad. Because as a teenager, like I wasn't even listening to rock. I was listening to pop music, like George Michael and Whitney Houston and Cyndi Lauper and Madonna, Prince and Michael Jackson. That's what I listened to when I was a teenager. So then when I got older, I started listening to more rock and then classic rock and country and,
Yeah. Well, hell, you lived in Nashville for a long time or a while.
14 years.
Worked on records. I was going to talk about that, but you can come on again in a few months if you want to.
Yeah, sure. We can do that. Yep. But I still listen. I still like all that stuff too. The stuff I listened to as a teenager, I still like it. Plus the classic rock, some country, everything, some of everything.
Yeah, I don't know. I still get turned on to new bands. I like.
Yep.
Like Greta Van Fleet. I got turned on to a few years ago. still discovering this guy. You might like Shannon. What's his name? Shepherd, Kenny Wayne Shepherd. He's like a blues guitarist. He's great.
There's a lot, but yes, we should definitely plan again.
Okay. Definitely, Shannon. I said, if you got to go, we'll stay on for a little bit, see what people are saying in the chat room. But I'm kind of tired too.
I'm just getting going.
Yeah, it's early for you.
It's early for you, and
okay. See
all
you
right, Shannon.
Thank you for having me. Bye.
Thanks.
Good to have you.
Well, we could, Greg. We could put out a open mic.
Perhaps.
Oh, Floss says she loves Greta Van Fleet. Yeah, Floss is full of surprises. I can't wait till she comes on the show. I messed up and I booked her when you're going.
You booked her for when I was in Mexico.
Yeah, people don't know that I usually do all the bookings here, and I'm running out of friends. So if anybody wants to be on the show, let us know.
Indeed, if you're in the chat room and you want to be on, just let us know. So Bad received a big teddy bear, now sitting on my throne book chair, and it says, "I love you," and flashing cool lights. That sounds like a nice thing to get, Bad. I don't buy my wife enough gifts like that, but I don't think she's really into teddy bears, so she'd probably look at me kind of funny. Waiting at the station with a good book. Thanks to the chat. I wake up with my own wife at dark, stupid. Have a good night. Good night to you. Roll the Bones has that embarrassing rap part. It's pretty cringe. I mentioned that. Oh, it's that time. Oh, listen to this. Beth says, I had an art teacher in high school. He drew his student naked, and she was my friend.
Huh?
She later claimed them back. That was, if someone did that nowadays, like he would be in jail.
Hell yeah, that's strange as hell. That's totally unprofessional.
It's
got to be illegal. That's crazy. I can't believe that. That's weird.
That is really weird.
So here's the upcoming schedule, everyone. We're booked till March, April, May, till June, I think. If things, stuff happens and comes up, but you got a lot of people coming up.
So does anyone in the chat want to pop in for a couple minutes? I know I'm going to call it a night pretty soon because I said I'm kind of tired myself.
Yeah, you've been up all day.
Yeah, and I was doing stressful things with transferring my 401k, and just financial talking is just like,
oh geez,
kind of stressful.
Mm-hmm.
You see,
yeah, Brian, shown up.
I don't even know who Greta Van Fleet is.
They're kind of they're a rock band, kind of metal. I'm just getting into them. I don't even know where they're from. They might be from Europe or Germany, but I like a couple of their tunes.
I'm pretty ignorant of modern music. I mean, if you get past like 87 or 88, it's just like I don't know anything.
Mm-hmm. You listen to classical, don't you?
Mostly classical, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
When I was training to do a 5K, I listened to some music, but because it's easier to run to that kind of music. It was all like 70s, early 80s, and nothing much beyond that.
Mm-hmm. Now, don't you like Bach?
I do like Bach.
We're somebody was talking about Bach who coming on the show. I'm trying to remember. Is it Aaron Facer who likes Bach, or no? It's Tommaso. When Tom at LA Books comes on, he's into Bach. He's like a very good pianist. Tom.
Okay, hold on for a second.
Is Scott going to show?
Scott says he'll come on for a few.
Cool.
Let's see if I can get him a private message.
Be right back.
Private chat. You know something? I'm just going to post a public one here.
Go ahead. Can you hear the kids running in the hallway?
No. There you go, Scott. There's a link.
We had a poetry workshop in the art room downstairs, so I think the kids are just getting done with that. When I say kids, they're like in kindergarten, and there's a couple who live like on the corner, 2-bedroom apartment. There's one down that way, so when they hang out, they like to run the hall, and I don't mind it too much. They have to put up with my guitar playing, so. Yeah, do you know Tom at LA Books, Lee?
Hey, Scott.
On. Hello.
How's it going tonight?
Going great. How are you guys doing?
Good, man.
Pretty good.
Yeah, everything seems to be going well.
It is.
Good.
What's your T-shirt say?
Hell Ripper. It's a Scottish one-man heavy metal band.
Yeah, is it Baphomet?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is.
Baphomet. Yeah, I like him.
So what is a one-man Scottish heavy metal?
He's a guy that has his own studio and plays every instrument on the album. Does all the vocals, does everything. So yeah, he got about 8 instruments on the album that he plays. So yeah. Really cool stuff, but you really got to enjoy metal music. Extremely, extremely heavy metal music.
And I guess he can't do live performances because he's.
Nine Inch Nails actually did most of the music for their albums. One guy did. Trent Reznor did everything, and he actually traveled with a band. So he just taught a band his music and off they went. So yeah.
Cool. You have to send me a Voxer on that.
Yeah, I'll do that. Yeah, I'll send you a link. Some of their music.
Okay.
Yeah. Appreciate that.
So here about it, he would show everyone his nude model drawings. I wonder if he's still a teacher. I wonder if he's still a free man.
I know. That actually pisses me off hearing that.
Yeah, that's pretty terrible.
Yeah.
I knew a photographer in Missouri, and he actually did nude modeling photographs for dancers and stuff who were trying to set up their own websites and all that. So he would take all these photographs, which was cool. He made good money doing it and everything. But he had an acquaintance who actually did that and then went all over the place just showing his photos to everyone, even the ones that he didn't use. And so that guy kind of got blackballed in the industry.
God, I bet.
Well, that's just unprofessional. I mean, if a dancer wants to do a nude shot for fresh, that's fine, but you need to license it with her permission.
Exactly. Yep. And the other guy, the guy got blackballed in the industry, so he's probably not doing it anymore.
I would hope so.
Yeah,
so Alan, we got a question from Lee. Wow, is Tommaso really coming on? When is he scheduled?
The 15th of April.
The 15th of April. Okay.
Wow, that's just a couple of weeks away.
Mm-hmm.
No.
A couple weeks, yeah.
Oh, I see what you mean. April.
April, not
March.
Not March.
Yeah, we're booked up.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's a cool guy, and he likes Arthur C. Clarke as much as I do. So.
Oh, Tom? Yeah, he does. He turned me on to Gene Wolfe too.
Yeah.
He did the Dante's Divine Comedy in Italian.
Yeah, he's doing it now, isn't he? Or is he done already?
I don't know. I mean, I couldn't. I couldn't follow him in Italian anyway. So
Oh, I went through it with him in English. My copy's up there, but I've been through the Divine Comedy like 2-3 times now, and I need to go through it again. You know.
Yeah,
do you do the whole Divine Comedy, or you just do the Inferno?
No, the whole thing. I've got 3 translations of it.
I've only been through it once, and I can't remember who the translator was.
Well, this is my favorite translation. One of my
that's actually the one I went through. So yeah,
that's my favorite one. John Cardy.
Chiardi, okay.
But a lot of people like this one. This Alan Mandelbaum.
I think that's who I have. Hold on for a second here.
Yeah.
who was the? Did Alexander Pope do one of those?
I think he did.
Yeah.
Mine's Meldebon too.
Okay. Cool.
So I've been through this edition as well, Greg. Yeah, it's all annotated up. I've been reading it for a while. The guy who like quote unquote turned me on to it or first had me reading it is Frank Delaney, that Joycean. I went through his Ulysses program with him too, and he died in the middle of our reading it.
Oh,
yeah, Frank Delaney.
So Scott,
yeah,
I read a very Becky-ish book last week.
Okay.
I read Ice Planet Barbarians by Ruby Dixon.
Yep, that's the one that got her into the genre.
The whole alien romance is what got her in.
Yeah, yep, that's the book that got her in. She's actually talked to Ruby Dixon and everything. Becky has.
Okay.
Yeah, she's an incredibly nice lady, but she's incredibly private and shy. So, what did you think?
I thought it was kind of silly.
Yeah,
it was. I just had to put on. Don't think too seriously about this.
Yeah, actually, what Becky says about the series though is that eventually the everything else starts taking a backseat to the world building and the character building, and it's like it almost becomes almost like a proper science fiction series later.
Okay.
When she says the romance and the and a lot of the other stuff kind of starts to take a back seat to the actual science fiction part of the story, which I thought was pretty cool.
So it gets less pornish.
Yes. Yeah. She says there's less and less of that kind of stuff throughout the series. So, yeah.
Okay. As I said, it was available on Kindle Unlimited. So I think her whole series is on Kindle Unlimited.
Yeah, it is. She's one of the Kindle success stories. She is now a best-selling, like New York Times best-selling author who has all of her books in every bookstore now. One of those kind. But she started on Kindle. She started doing her releasing her books to Kindle only, and then Kindle released the rights so she could sell them to somebody else. So yeah,
I looked at it. There's like 21 books in that Ice Planet Barbarian series.
Right.
Some of them are short stories. So.
Okay.
But I don't know. I might read another one, but it's not high on my priority list.
Right, and I don't think the second one would probably not endear you to it either. I think she's really talking about later.
Is the second just the first one redone with another character?
I think so. Yeah. To hear Becky talk about it, there's not a lot of the first few books. There's not a lot of variety. So.
Okay. I thought I meant that I tried it, and
Yeah, sure. I mean,
it was worth a try.
Sure. Yeah.
That's what I'll.
Someone at my apartment complex last week, they dropped off a whole big box of romance books, and I thought of Becky, but yeah, I'm sure she's read them all. There's some good books in there. Sandra Brown and Nora Roberts, and
Yeah.
I recognize some, but
Yeah.
I'm sure she's read.
Becky reads about between 200 and 300 books a year. Probably closer to 300 than 200, but because it seems like she gets through about a book a day most of the year. Most of it's romance novels that are pretty short. But then I saw her read last year a 2,000-page romance short story collection.
Ooh.
She got through it in like 3 days. So.
Oh, geez. She must be taken after Evelyn Wood.
I don't know. I just
remember Evelyn Wood.
Mm-mm.
Speed reading. Evelyn Wood.
Yeah, I remember Evelyn Wood courses. Never saw one or took one, but I remember them being advertised.
Yeah, I've never taken one, but.
Well, the thing I remember is like it's not a complicated story. It's not complicated writing.
Yep, exactly.
And it just sort of helps you speed read.
Yes.
Like I say now, when I eventually get to this puppy here, this I will not be able to speed read.
What is that?
This is Black Lamb, Gray Falcon. This is a history of Yugoslavia.
Oh yeah, that. Oh.
No, and you look at, as I said, I've shown this before. The print is just so tiny on this thing.
Right.
Yeah,
Alan, that's one of the
sentences and.
Yeah, that's one of the things that was taking me so long on my Midnight's Children, Alan. My copy of it, well, I had the British copy, and the print was tiny. It had like 150 less pages than the copy you have.
Oh, yeah,
So,
I can't read small print.
So the print was awful.
Right. I'm going to have to get another copy of Master and Margarita because the print's too small.
Yeah.
Because I want to read that this year.
Yeah. Alan, how do you do? Or Greg, how do you do a small print?
I have reading glasses.
Oh, okay. Okay.
I come out, but honestly, my solution for small print
Kindle
is my Kindle.
Mine too. Absolutely.
And I have noticed that if I start off early in the morning, I can reduce the print size, and then as the day gets longer, I keep increasing the print.
Yep, I'm the same way. But I actually have to take my glasses off to read, because it will blur anything I put up close to my face, and if I pull it back, I just can't see it. So I actually have to take my glasses off to read. But very interesting, very strange.
Yeah, I'm nearsighted. I have been all my life.
Well, legally, I don't have to wear glasses according to the DMV, but
okay.
I think I'm on that cusp where it's like maybe I should, but especially for reading, I can do a lot of books. I don't have to, but I'm beginning more and more to buy my reading glasses from Costco and sticking them, using those.
Yeah.
Right.
I've worn glasses all my life. I went through contacts, and I have an astigmatism. So back in the day, my glasses were really thick. They didn't have the technology like they do today, I guess. But
yeah,
hard contacts, no fun.
I probably need a new prescription, but I don't have health insurance or vision insurance, so I can't just go whenever I want,
I don't have vision either. No, I went to America's Best for these, and I got 2 pairs, the deal, and one's polarized. They turn into sunglasses, so I like those.
Right.
But I'd pay for them, yeah.
I don't know. I mean, I have health insurance, but I don't think it includes vision insurance. Because when I was working, when you signed it, you had to sign up for health care, vision care, and dental care. For all your insurance. And it's just like, wow.
Yeah.
Well, since we're talking about it, I had RK surgery when I worked at Motorola back in Phoenix, and that was all paid for, and it lasted like 25 years. so I didn't have to wear contacts or glasses. It's only been recently I've had to wear glasses again in the last like 5 years.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Interesting. You know, my vision for a while got better, and then I had a I don't know. I had a medical issue. It was almost it was a stroke like thing that happened to me like 4 years ago, and then I had right after that I had to wear glasses again, and my old glasses still worked.
Hmm.
It was very
Huh.
strange. My glasses, I mean, my eyesight was correcting and getting better, and then all of a sudden it's worse. So
Scott, here's Fred. Great to see you, Scott. It's been a fun night, but I've got to get to bed and maybe read Foundation. Have a great
right,
night,
Fred.
folks.
I
Good night,
love.
Fred. I think you're gone, but that's all right.
Yeah, good night, Fred. Yeah, I love Foundation, but Becky liked it, but didn't love it like I did. You know, so it's really not everybody's going to enjoy it.
It's a very different era of science fiction.
Yep.
If you remember it's really just the first book is like 3 or 4 novellas, essentially. Yeah. And the first one has no women characters in it.
Right. It doesn't.
I don't think they mentioned women in the first novella.
Yeah, I don't think so either. Yeah.
And I kind of got disappointed as it went on and got longer towards the end.
The third book was not very good. Yeah. I've actually only read the original trilogy. I haven't read the second. What was it called? The second Foundation trilogy, or the New Foundation, or something like that.
No, I've just finished the original trilogy, and I think I'm going to stop there because it was enough.
Yeah, I actually like the robot books by Isaac Asimov better than I do the Foundation books.
Oh,
yeah, I like those a lot better. Like
iRobot.
iRobot is awesome. Caves of Steel, all that stuff is just great. Excellent.
I haven't read it.
They're good. I have not read the robot. I think I've read one robot story in an anthology somewhere, but that was a long time ago.
Yeah, those are really good. I mean, of course, just like any short story collection, you're going to find some are more successful than others, especially where Asimov is concerned.
So here we have Dave and Olive, 300 a year. Damn it, I suck.
Yeah. Me too, Dave.
Well, Dave, read romances. You could read 300 romances in a year.
Well,
if you could keep it up.
Well, actually, Olive read a little bit of smut for last weekend.
Yeah.
But yeah, she does read a lot. But I have noticed, though, even when it's something a little more difficult, like one of our science fiction buddy reads, she can't stick to what the rest of us are reading. She has to get way ahead and finish days and days before everybody else. Yeah, Alan, you do that too, but there's nothing wrong with that. You know, I mean, if that's what somebody enjoys.
Yeah.
I got to force myself to put them down sometimes. Like Moby Dick, I had to.
Yeah.
I was way ahead of everybody.
Yeah.
Well, my issue is with some of these longer ones is that I don't do as well reading piecemeal. Reading 3 chapters and waiting, read something else, read another 3 chapters and going back is like, I really want to focus one book at a time.
Yeah. Yeah. Dave and I right now are reading The Death of Grass by John Christopher.
Okay.
And this is my first time reading it. Dave's as well. And it's really freaking good. Like, have you read that, Greg?
No, but Michael K. Vaughan gave it a fantastic review.
Yeah.
And then I saw it was on sale on Kindle for $1.99. So it's on my Kindle.
That's how I got mine. That $1.99 sale on Kindle. Because I look every night at the daily deals on Kindle and see if there's anything there I just really, really want to read. Something that I've had on my radar for a while. I usually don't get anything, but maybe a couple times a week I'll get one thing. And that's one of them that I got. And that's how I'm reading it, is from my Kindle. But I'll tell you, it's a quick book. Greg, you could probably read it in a sitting or 2.
Okay.
Yeah. real fast.
Maybe I'll pick it because I'm going to Mexico in March, so I'm going to be looking for some books to read down there. Maybe I'll do that one.
And I love Mexico.
Me too.
I love going to Mexico. I haven't been in about 12 years, but last time we went down into the Yucatan Peninsula, and
Wow.
man, we had a good time. Such a cool place. But my favorite was Honduras.
Oh, geez.
We actually stayed kind of in that area there, in Belize, Honduras, and parts of Mexico. And we just had such a good time.
I used to go over to Nogales, like through Tucson all the time, just for like day trips. We're living in Phoenix.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, gringo, over here.
Yep.
Until you get in a little bit, and then
we're going down to a resort. So it's in Mexico, but it's not real Mexico.
Oh, okay. Yeah, we only did that in between places when we were driving in between places. We would man, there were I cannot remember the names of the cities, but one of the places was scary. We had to drive through it, and I had never heard of the place, and they said there's like 10 million people here, and I'm like, seriously? I had never even heard of the place, and it was packed. Like everywhere you went and everywhere you drove, there were cars everywhere. Cannot remember the name of the city, but it was a scary place.
You ever been to TJ?
No, I haven't.
Tijuana?
No.
I have. Talk about a scary place. I lived in San Diego for like 3 years, and you could take a trolley right down to the border.
Yeah. That's a very scary place these days.
It is. I mean, the first time I went down to Mexico like that, my wife and I, we rented a car, which was a big mistake. And we drove around a bit, and he drove through some areas, and just the poverty is devastating down there. It's just like, I don't even want to stop and get out because there's supposed to be like a nice cenote you could go visit. But I said, this is just too much for me.
Yeah.
Our Spanish is extremely limited.
Yeah, mine too.
It's just
you get inundated by kids trying to sell you chiclets and stuff. Just agree.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just at least on the resort is like you're sort of isolated from everything.
You are, yeah. You are. You hope. Yeah. My brother's going next week. He's going to one of the main big resort cities there. I can't think of the name of it right now.
Rocky Point, Puerto Penasco,
Cancun. Yeah.
See, we're going about an hour south of Cancun.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. My brother's going there next week. He's never been out of the country, so this will be his first.
Oh, he'll love it.
Yeah, he will. This will be his first trip out of the country.
Do you know if his resort is in Cancun or is it outside of Cancun?
It's in Cancun.
It is in Cancun. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yep. Yeah, they picked a pretty nice place. They've never been outside the country. He's always wanted to, like, go north, or go to like Western Europe and stuff, but they've never gone. They've never gone over there. And I really want to do that myself. I've never been to Europe.
My wife wants to take me to Europe. She was born in Germany on a U.S. military base.
Oh, cool. Okay.
I mean, both her parents are U.S. citizens, so she's a U.S. citizen, but she spent a lot of time growing up in Germany. And
so that's how you know some German.
She knows a little bit of German. I don't know any German,
okay.
But
I noticed in that tag you did, you had a few German words and concepts in it. The last one you did,
but those were generally English. They're German, but they've been accepted into the English language.
Yeah,
like Bildungsroman.
Yep. Okay.
So let's see some comments. We got Foundation is awesome, amazing how different the TV show is.
Yeah, I haven't watched the TV show.
No, neither have I. Cobalt Dragon. Hello, Cobalt Dragon. She had a good live show with Renee talking about banned books.
Ooh, I need to watch that. I haven't seen that episode. Cool.
No, it was a good one.
Okay, good. I'll go check that out. Let me write that down.
Dave is loving Death of Grass.
Oh yeah, me too.
Death of Grass is fantastic. I did a video on it, loved it. Okay, a lot of people like Death of Grass.
Yeah,
Dave says Greg would probably read it while eating dinner. No, I could not.
I think the book is about as popular now as it was when it was released. I don't think it ever made it really big, unfortunately.
Dave is saying hi to Cobalt Dragon. He said, hope Olive is enjoying the chat. She's at home, probably watching it on her iPad. Book Blather, you said Foundation. Did you mean the Asimov book? I just read the first book, and I wondered about reading the series.
Now,
you may have missed our conversation about this.
Yeah, I would say the second book, sure. I think the second book is very good. But the third book is a bit of a letdown. I mean, you don't get much of a climax and action or anything. You don't get much of any of that. I think the third book is fine, and I think it wraps it up okay, but it's definitely the least of the three books, I think.
I would definitely agree. First, second, then third, and
yeah. I haven't read it more into that Foundation series.
I'm not going to continue the series.
Yeah.
You're quite welcome, Cobalt Dragon. She has a very small channel right now, so go search it out, and maybe we can give her a boost or two. That would be nice.
I'll do that when I get off here. Actually, I'll go check out the channel and then maybe give you a shout out on my next video. That'd be cool.
Yep.
I'm looking for Death of Grass. I'm trying to find it in my Libby, and it's not showing up, unfortunately.
It's an older book, so libraries may not have it.
I think it's 1950.
1950. Was it? I have it right here. Hold on.
Death of
Grass. I have my Kindle in the bedroom. I didn't bring it.
1951 for the first Foundation.
Oh, okay.
That's what I remember. Book 2 was actually my least favorite of the series.
Okay.
Because that's the story of the mule, and I kind of liked the mule.
Yeah, me too. Yeah, and okay. So the Death of Grass is 56. Yeah, I do too. I kind of like that. I think that kind of lost Becky, and she never finished book 2 of the series. So, yeah.
Now, the one thing about book 3 is they had the daughter of someone as one of the main characters in their search for the Foundation, and it just it was like different from like the first we mentioned. Like, there's no women characters.
Yeah.
And then the end is the teenage girl doing it, and I said, it just didn't work for me.
Yeah, well, Asimov does not write women well at all. Like, never did.
I don't think a lot of the classic science fiction authors did women well.
Whoa, and John Christopher doesn't either. I love the book, Death of Grass, but man, he does not write women well, and Dave's about to find that out.
Now, do you think that's just the generation that these men were writing in? That
yeah. I can read it in context and enjoy the book despite it, but yeah.
Good to
now,
know.
what's the book called again?
Death of Grass.
Death of Grass. I can't even find it at the regular library.
You probably won't find it in the library.
It's still in print, but the book never got really big. Just never got very big. You don't read digital, do you, Alan?
Yeah, I do a little bit.
Okay, give me
fire.
Give me an email address, and I'll send Death of Grass to you.
We got another person coming on.
Cool. Who's Bad or Dave?
Hey, Bad, how's it going?
You like my new hair?
Yeah, very cool.
Yours looks good.
How are you guys doing? I was kind of eavesdropping. You guys were saying Mexico.
Yes.
My dad said he would pretty much break my legs if I ever crossed to the border of Juarez. No way he would
Right.
never let me go. I mean, literally, he would break my legs, and I never went. So, it is
I've
pretty
been-
dangerous.
Yeah, it is. But I've been twice. It was fun.
Yeah, I like Mexico.
Yeah.
Mexico's fun, but just in certain parts, you just got to be very careful.
Yeah, these days it's probably a lot safer to fly to a certain part of
Yeah.
Mexico and then drive where you need to go instead of crossing the border in a car.
Yeah, that would be a little different.
And I've been up here like 15 years now, so I haven't been to Tucson in a long time, you know. To
Right.
New Galles, Mexico. But the depth of grass looks really good. John Christopher.
Yep.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah, send me an email address. I'll send you a
Yeah.
digital copy.
Yeah, I'll vouch for you.
Okay.
I forgot
So
to
bad. Is that your new teddy bear behind you?
This is the one I was
Yeah,
telling you
big.
about. Yeah, he blinks. Wait, he does lights. Hold on. I can
Oh.
find it.
Oh,
Oh.
cool.
Does he have a name?
And he says, I love you on the other arm. Hold on. Let's look at find it. Where is he? He's huge. Hold on.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah, he is.
He is.
Wow. That's
See if you
cool.
guys could listen to it. Crazy, huh? He's cute.
He is.
He's my new addition. He's huge.
Does he have a name?
Not yet. No.
Not yet.
Oh, maybe later. I got to come up with one. But he's cute.
So Dave says whole trilogy is great, though. I think he's talking about Asimov.
Yeah.
John Christopher wrote an alien invasion story called Tripods. There was a BBC series adaptation when I was a kid.
Yeah, I actually own that trilogy. Gareth, that was the first thing I ever owned by John Christopher. The first thing I knew about was Tripods. And I think it was the first thing he ever published was the Tripod trilogy. And it's kind of written for a younger audience, but from what I hear, it's really good.
I remember it when I was a kid, but never reading it.
Okay. Yeah, I've got a really nice box set of the Tripod trilogy.
Yeah. Alan, it's also called No Blade of Grass.
Yeah,
Yeah, I found it, Dave. Thanks.
yeah. Was it the British version that was No Blade of Grass, or was that the?
I don't remember.
I don't remember either.
Dave
Hey,
is saying
Dave.
hi. You keep hearing Mexico is a fantastic holiday destination. Well, Gareth, let me tell you about the resort. It's off the coast of the Mexican Riviera. It is gated. You have to pass security to get in. They have like 5 main resort buildings where they have a swimming pool, restaurants, and so forth. And they have golf carts that shuttle you around to different areas. And all drinks are included, so you can get very weak beer at the beach.
Nice.
But you go to dinner and order tequila. They give you the good tequila. They give you good tequila because I guess they're proud of their tequila heritage.
Mm-hmm.
And my favorite thing is we like to go out for dinner in a resort not our own, and you take the cart out. And then I love drinking a few beers at dinner and having a few shots of tequila. So feeling no pain, and then walking back in the night. And
Nice.
you can see the moon over the ocean. You get a nice breeze, and
It's gonna
Very
be
nice.
Greg. You're gonna enjoy it.
it's our 3rd time there. So yeah, it's a lot of fun.
Cool.
Speaking of tequila, Greg, and especially that me and Alan were bringing it up. Are you gonna drink the worm?
There
Eat
is
the
no
worm.
worm in it. You don't get worms in the tequila anymore.
No. Not anymore?
Mezcal you do.
I think you can, but
Yeah, mezcal.
I guess
Well,
it depends, you know.
It really
I-
depends. But what happens is when you go to the restaurant, they'll bring out a bottle of tequila. They'll put you down a shot glass, give you a lime and salt. You bring it in and drink it. So you wouldn't get the whole bottle anyway. You just get a shot of tequila.
What was
Right,
that
right.
that thing that we did, or that thing that you put salt on the hand? No, you lick it, put salt, squeeze a lime, or something like that, and then you take a shot. Remember
Mhm.
that? That was
Yeah,
fun.
you take it. You know what you do is you take the line after the shot to
There you go.
to
Yeah, I can't
get it down. But I usually just drink my tequila straight, just like.
yeah. If it's good quality tequila, you don't even really need that lime afterward. It's,
No.
Yeah. Yeah.
Here's a
bad.
question from Dave: who's cuter, that bear or Greg? The bear. I'd say the bear is cuter.
Yes.
That's pretty cute.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
That sounds awesome, Greg. Okay, so bad. Did you read that short story, the Midnight Meat Train?
Not yet. Oh,
Not yet.
I popped in here to say hello, but I'm going to tonight. Renee's gonna go bike riding. So when he goes bike riding, I get to read. So I'm gonna read that right
Late.
now.
Wasn't it like 9 o'clock?
Yeah, well, you know me, I'm a night owl and then I sleep in late.
So
Is
Renee's gonna go riding his bike at night.
Oh, Renee, yeah, but he has those. Yeah, you know, I don't even know. They're kind of like risk takers.
Is that
Yeah,
the
I
Clyde
know,
Barker?
but I always tell him be careful, you know, with the traffic and everything. But so far they've been coming home safe, so we'll keep that up.
Is that the Clyde Barker story?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I like that story.
Is it good? You liked
Yeah.
it?
Yeah, I like that. The movie of it was interesting too. It had Bradley Cooper in it. Came out like late '90s or early 2000s.
Oh,
Yeah.
Greg told me to get Books of Blood.
Oh, for sure. Those are great.
Here, Scott. I know you're gonna like this. Hold on.
Oh, very cool.
What is that?
Nice. Look at the artwork on this thing.
That is awesome. Yeah.
Oh,
Wait, Greg, can I show that here?
yeah, you can show that. Some sort of
Isn't that
tequila.
Wicked, huh? It's tequila from Mexico.
Does it have a worm in it?
No worm. Wouldn't it be kind of cool if it did, though? It would have been perfect vibe for this thing. There, it's good. I haven't even opened it yet. Ooh.
Yep. All I've got on my desk is bourbon. So
Greg says to be careful. Dangerous riding bikes at night. He just came inside the room.
All right. Well, we've been here for an hour. At least I've been here for an hour and 52 minutes. So
yeah.
I'm about ready to call it a night. If anyone in the chat has the last comments or questions, let us have it. See what's going on.
Yeah, dinner time for me.
Book time for me.
Bedtime, getting close. Bedtime for me.
Oh, yeah, it's late over.
I got to go pick out a short story to read. I've got some Conan I think I'll read tonight.
Read Unhinged. No, is it Unhinged? Yeah, Unhinged. That smut novella that Dave did a review on. That's a good time.
Yeah, the one that Olive read.
Supposedly, yeah, supposedly, but that's
So what you're saying is I could make my cat Pip read some of this stuff here, right?
There you go. Yeah, make it easier on yourself. Yeah,
Make it, and have him tell me what it's all like.
exactly.
Oh, wait a second. Some questions. Cobalt, are you live every Monday? Almost every Monday, Cobalt Dragon. Next week we have a show next week.
Yeah, we
And
have
then-
Roz next week.
And then I'm going, like I said, I'm going to Mexico, and I'm not doing a show in Mexico.
We
You're
have
gonna-
Roz from England.
Yep.
Be a two-time show.
Cool. Scallydandling about the books.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very cool. Great channel.
I've known her like 5 years.
Oh, Dave says I'm weak. Gareth and I went 4 hours and 20 minutes the other night.
They
I
do
saw
think-
that, and I'm just going like, you guys are insane.
Oh yeah, I know. I saw that too. I went to sleep and woke up and came back.
Yeah.
Like Garrett's eyes could be like literally this small, and he'll still go on live all night, like this
It is.
small.
And you know, Gareth is 6 hours
I
ahead of
know.
me.
He's like,
7 hours ahead, I think. But like I said, I sleep so easy. I just curl up and go to sleep and sleep 8 hours. And
God, I wish I could.
yeah, me too. I can't.
Yeah.
That's why Shannon had to leave. You know, she's got to get up and go
well,
to
she's
work.
got to go to work in the morning, and she's an hour ahead of us. So
Of you, right?
ahead of me, yeah,
Yeah, so she's 4 hours ahead of me.
that's right. Ha ha ha.
It's true.
Unhinged was awesome. So said I'll have to check out Unhinged.
Oh, Greg, you're gonna like it.
I saw his video come up in the feed, but just didn't have time today.
You're never gonna look at a door the same ever again, Greg.
Someone talked about a story of a door.
Yeah, that was Dave.
Yeah, just
Yeah.
about. Okay,
Oh.
so it's about a door that is a man that portrays to be a man. Like, I'm all gonna just say that, and some really
Oh.
kinky, freaking stuff happens. With,
Okay, no, I'm remembering this. I must have watched it, just like blanked it out.
It is the craziest thing ever.
Have you read it yet?
Who, me?
Yeah.
Well, I'm the one that gave the idea to Dave.
Oh.
And he
Gareth
was
is-
so surprised.
Big Heart Gareth, yeah, he's all right.
Yeah. All right, guys, lady. I'm gonna call it a night because I wanna get ready for bed. And
Okay.
Alrighty. Well, thanks.
we will all be in touch somewhere, sometime soon.
Good night, you guys.
Sure.
Good night.
All right. See you
Good night.
guys.